Hi friends, welcome back. Today's book is going to be Wet Dog. It looks like a fun one. Actually, I know it's a fun one. I read it Thursday morning with my preschoolers, and I enjoyed reading it, and I think they enjoyed hearing it. So I thought I would then share it with you all. Wet Dog. It's written by Elise Broach. She's the author. She wrote the words, and it's illustrated by David Catrow. You guys know I like David Catrow. He drew the pictures. Wet Dog. Do any of you have pet dogs at home? Do they like to splash in the water? Well, I think this doggy might enjoy it. Look at the smile on his face. Let's read about Wet Dog. He was a good old dog and a hot old dog as he lay in the noonday sun, and he dozed and he drowsed in the beating down sun with his long pink tongue hanging out. Well, that too hot dog in the too hot sun just had to cool off somehow. So he heaved to his feet and he sniffed the air, and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat, pat-a-pat, pat. And that's when he saw a man washing a car, a long, black, shiny black car. What do you think he's going to do? Old Dog stepped in the soft, cool stream till the wet soaked through to his skin. Then he shook and he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shakety shake, shakety shake, shake. Wet Dog! Cried the man with the shiny black car. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile and wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat, pat-a-pat, pat. And that's when he saw a lady washing some pans, some piled high, sticky high pans. What do you think Wet Dog is going to do? Wet Dog stepped in the splash and the suds till the cool flowed down his fur. Then he shook and he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shakety shake, shakety shake, shake. Wet Dog! Cried the lady with the sticky high pans. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! Do you think she wanted the dog in her pots and pans? I don't think she did. Look at her. What job do you think she has? She's a baker. Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile and wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat, pat-a-pat, pat. And that's when he saw a lady spraying some blooms, some pale pink petal pink blooms. And if you look right here, you can see her flower shop sign. That means she's a florist. Those are people that sell flowers. Wet Dog stepped in the sprinkling spray, the soft mist cool his face. Then he shook and he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shakety shake, shakety shake, shake. Wet Dog! Cried the lady with the petal pink blooms. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! So there's Wet Dog getting sprayed with the water. And then there's the lady. What's Wet Dog gonna do? He's gonna smile his sorry dog smile and wag his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat, pat-a-pat, pat. And that's when he saw some men playing a song, a singing loud song, a dancing loud song. Wet Dog stood by the side of the creek, feeling the music rise. There's Wet Dog. And there are the singing men. And if you look right here, there's a dragonfly. That's my favorite kind of insect. Then he danced right into the trickle and the muck with his big soft paws sinking in. And he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shakety shake, shakety shake, shake. Look at him dancing in the mud. Wet Dog! Cried the men with the dancing loud song. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! Do you think they're happy to get covered in mud? I don't think so. Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile, and he wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat, pat-a-pat, pat. That's when he came to a lake. Aw, look at Wet Dog. Wonder what he's thinking. Ooh. Now there by the shore in the beating down sun were people in fine fancy clothes. There were ladies in curls, men in bow ties, babies in soft flouncy hats. Wet Dog stood by the lake, and he looked at the crowd in the too hot sun. If you look, everybody is sweating. It's very hot. Then he stepped right into the shimmering cool of that too cool lake. And he splashed in the rippling waves, and he bounded back onto the shore. Look at Wet Dog. He was wet to the bone, so he shook and he shook. Shakety shake, shakety shake, shake. Wet Dog! Cried the people in their fine fancy clothes. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! Look at him splashing them all. But Wet Dog shook with his ears flying fast and his wet fur spraying. And a baby just laughed. She was a fine fancy baby in too hot clothes with the water fresh on her face. She laughed and she laughed, clapping her hands at the Wet Dog rain in the air. The baby liked being splashed. More! Cried the baby, arms open wide. More dog, more dog, more! Then the people laughed too. And they danced and they dove and they splashed and they strode into the blue, cool water. Well, they splashed and they danced, how they splashed and they danced as the sun slid low in the sky. And they patted Wet Dog from his ears to his tail. Hooray, Wet Dog, hooray. So because Wet Dog splashed them, they ended up getting in the water and having fun. They weren't so hot anymore. I thought that was a fun one. I know I'm looking forward to when the weather starts getting warmer and maybe I can splash in some water. Do you like to splash in the water? Maybe with a hose spraying, or sprinklers, or water balloons? There's lots of fun water games to play. Friends, I hope you enjoyed that story. Repeat after me. I am smart, I am strong, and I can be anything I try to be. Try to be fantastic. Just be fantastic. Okay, friends, have a wonderful day. I enjoy our time together and I miss you much. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, everybody.